Here we have a question, and it looks like the question is from the statistics topic. It's a question in which you need to read carefully and you need to digest all the information, process all the information carefully to answer the question in a simplest possible way. The question says that the average of 7 distinct integers is 12. Whenever the question talks about certain numbers which are countable, which you can represent on a paper, it's always better to represent them with help of several dashes. So here I have drawn several dashes. When you write the values at these empty spaces, always ensure that you write the values in ascending order because it helps you maintain one order and keep you focused. Now, the sum of these 7 values, the average is always used to calculate the addition of several numbers. For example, here we have the average is 12 of the 7 values. That means the total of these 7 values will be 84. And the least of these integers is -15. So the smallest value comes here, the maximum value comes at this place. The question is, what is the maximum possible value of the largest integer in the set? So what we have to do is we have to maximize it. Now it's a question of maximization and minimization, which is based on a very simple fundamental that when addition of certain values is fixed, constant, right? For example, in this case, the addition of all these 7 values is 84. And if one value has to be maximized, that simply means that every other value has to be minimized, which means if we have to, since we have to maximize this value, that will only mean that we will have to minimize this value, these all the remaining 5 values. And similarly, if you ever see a question in which you have to minimize a value, that means every other value in the set has to be maximized. That's how it works. Now, but another very important part of the question is to read this carefully where I begin from, because here the question is talking about 7 distinct integers. Now, there are two possibilities in such questions. Sometimes this word distinct is not there. That means the rest of the values can be equal as well. If this word distinct was not here, I would have taken every other value to be -15 because the minimum value here can be equal to -15. But since the question has categorically mentioned that the values must be distinct, and the question also says that they are all integers, so the minimum value that can come at this place has to be greater than -15 because it is the least. So it can be -14. The next value likewise can be minimum -13, then -12, -11, -10, and finally we are left with the last value, let's call it x, that we need to calculate. We already know that sum of all these values is equal to 84, so we can just quickly add them up. Let me just quickly see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 -60, and sum of the 5 values is 15. So -15 and -60 plus x is equal to 84. So x is equal to 84 plus 75 and 159. That's the maximum value that x can have, and therefore C option becomes a correct answer. I hope you enjoyed the explanation. If you liked the video, please click on the like button in the YouTube channel, and also please subscribe the YouTube channel. That helps. Thank you so much.